As ever, I have a giant pile of fabric in front of me and I have bitten off way more than I can chew for the month of February, especially as it's the shortest month of the year. But I'm always overambitious and I wanted to share those plans with you so that you have an idea of sort of what I'm hoping to achieve this month, and you can hopefully help keep me somewhat accountable and on target so that I get at least some of these things finished. I have already cut out the foliage canopy 7319, but I have this fabric which is from last year's Make 9, the to be continued Make 9, which if you haven't watched that video I will link to it up there. I need to get that one cut out. So I've got the underlayer cut out of the cotton jersey because I much prefer a cotton jersey underlayer. This one I'm wearing a 7319 now and I use viscose for the underlayer and it's just a little bit too like wishy-washy. I much prefer the effect that cotton jersey gives. So that's cut out. I just got to get this done and I'm dreading it because of the print, but it's going to be fine because none of the pieces that are going to be seen are needing to be perfectly matched up with each other. There's no like center front seam that has to join perfectly and there's lots of ruching, so I think it's actually going to be a very forgiving dress for this very rigid pattern. At least in my head that's what I'm thinking, and that's how it's going to work out. So there's this one. So something I'm trying to do this year is balance out my TNTs and easy projects with some more challenging and involved makes. The challenging involved make that I want to try and tackle this month is another corset. Now I don't know if you guys will remember, but I tackled this 2 years ago and I ended up with this finished item from the corset pattern. It's the Betty corset by Corsets by Caroline. It was a custom made pattern for my particular measurements. The very first one was okay, but not brilliant, and it ended up being this, which kind of works for me, but also kind of digs in a little more than I personally would like for the top line. So I want to try corsets again because I really want to try some of these Vivienne Westwood inspired dresses. I also want to try and make some beautiful corsets just to be worn by themselves. I bought some beautiful 35 a metre red silk taffeta from the Goldhawk Road the last time I went on a really expensive Goldhawk Road shopping trip, which there is a whole video from if you fancy having a look at some very expensive fabrics. So yes, I have a lot of different plans that all revolve around having some kind of corset base. The original pattern from Corsets by Caroline actually didn't come out too bad, and at the time I was just like, oh no, I want more of a waist reduction, I want a bigger lacing gap. I had all these things in my head about what I wanted, but looking back on it, I actually think that first pattern is kind of brilliant, and the only thing that didn't really work was the cup size, or the bust cup started far too low for me, so I needed to add length to the torso underneath where the bust cup started. And then I've actually bought some bust cup inserts to sew into the corset because I think that could help. So I want to play around with it again, and realistically these things actually don't take that long to sew, especially a single layer corset like this. It really didn't take me very long to get these made up, so I think I can experiment and try and get something that's going to fit me well. I already have all of the supplies, definitely an all the gear no idea kind of a girl here. I have all of the supplies. I've got the black and also nude coloured coutil in here, so I am going to try and make the nude one first. And yeah, I'm kind of excited about this project, but it's definitely not something that's going to get done in a week, like patterned, made up, mock-ups made up, final one made up, and videoed and edited in a week. So that's why I've got all these other kind of very easy and tried and true projects to try and give you some kind of content over the month whilst I work on this in the background, and hopefully there will be a review video because I filmed all of my prior attempts 2 years ago and I still have all that footage, so hopefully I can make something interesting out of that and this, and I will end up with a finished garment that allows me to then go on to build some of the Vivienne Westwood inspired things that I absolutely love. So yeah, wish me luck with this. I am going to need it. As I say, I have got lots of TNTs to go through for palette cleansers so that I have some content to give to you guys, and just something so that I don't go absolutely corset crazy over the entirety of the month, which is what I did last time and I think was one of the problems. So the next fabric I have to show you is this Michael Miller quilting cotton, and it's a border print. I'm really excited about this one. It's going to be a Gertie for Butterick bodice with a full circle skirt, and if I have enough, I'm really hoping that I can get a little cropped jacket out of it as well to complete complete the ensemble. I may even have some perfect gold glittery shoes to wear with this. Is anyone surprised? I don't think so. This is going to be a really quick dress to make. I think it's going to be a really effective dress though. It was meant to be my Christmas Day dress, so this is also being carried over from last year. But like I say, it's going to be a quick and easy project, and it will round out the border prints video that I want to make, because I have, I think, 4 different types of print placement for different effects with border prints. So this will be the next one that gets done. Probably, actually, it's going to be the corsets that's going to be not finished in February. That one, I think, is going to take me quite a long time to perfect the pattern and to get the result that I want. So it'll be nice to have some properly finished items to show you at the end of February as well. Looking forward to this one. I think it's going to be a really, really gorgeous dress, and hopefully jacket combo as well. As if that wasn't enough, I do have one more fabric combo to show you. I don't know if you remember, but I did do a floral and polka dot combo wrap dress a couple of years ago that I have actually passed on to a friend of mine. She bought it off me because whilst I loved the outcome of that dress and I thought it was beautiful, it was predominantly black, and I just don't wear black based clothes that often or feel that great in them. And I was sitting here the other day and I was like, oh, I really do kind of fancy that kind of a dress, but what fabrics do I have in my stash? Because I definitely don't have any bright red polka dots, but I do have this, which I have used to make my 8177, and I have about 3 meters left of this because I bought 6 meters in total. I got it from the textile centre and it was very inexpensive. It's kind of like this sort of weird splodge kind of print, and I think it's gorgeous, and I had for a long time thought that I wanted to use it to recreate this shirt dress that I found on Pinterest. I do still want to make that shirt dress, but I'm still looking for the correct kind of insertion lace for those yoke pieces that they've got. This fabric was sitting next to this fabric in the stash, and I promise they are a much closer combination of reds in real life. This one's looking a little cooler on camera than this one, but they look really good together in real life. I got this from Rachel's D stash, so I was thinking the body of the dress in this and then the ruffles of the dress in this, and I think that's going to look really, really cool. If it doesn't, I promise I will give up on trying to work on a combination of polka dots and floral print wrap dresses, but I saw this photo on Pinterest years ago and it's lived rent-free in my head ever since, and so I want to create something like that. But again, that one is on a very black background, so I thought this combination could work quite well. So this is going to be another TNT, and I'm allowing myself 12 this year, and I've got 9 on my make 9, and so this will be number 10. But I think it's going to be an absolutely awesome dress. The 6557, the Butterick one that there is a sew along for on the channel, I will have linked it up here and also in the description down below. So yeah, that is going to be another palette cleanser for in between all of the corset making. I do still have the rest of my piping project to finish, and a bright yellow denim Sorrento jacket that's cut out and has been cut out since I think June last year and needs to be made up. So there are a few projects behind me on the desk that do need to be done, and I am going to be making up a couple of t-shirts for my mum as well. She's cut them out, I'm going to sew them for her. So I do have a lot of things that I want to try and get done in February, but I think all of them are achievable, and I think it's going to be a really interesting process of having the TNTs to intersperse in with the corset attempts, because like I say, last time I just blinkered and tried to get this done as quickly as possible and ended up settling for something that realistically was only probably 80% good rather than the perfect, not that anything ever's perfect, but the perfect corset that I was going to then build a lot of other dresses on top of. So I think this combination of super hard and super easy is going to work really well for me. We will find out by the end of February. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Do you think this is going to be a good idea, having the TNTs and the hard project mixed in with each other? Do you think I ought to just concentrate on one? Should I just, or will I just power through all the TNTs and leave the corset to the last minute and then panic make again like I did last time? Let me know in the comment section down below which one you think is going to happen and which is going to be more likely. Fingers crossed I can make this work, but only time will tell. And like I say, there will be a lookbook at the end of February to see the things that I did finish in January, and hopefully all the fabrics that I've just shown you finished in their final form at the end of February. We shall see. If you've enjoyed this video, you might want to check out this one here.